everyone, it's Tammy and I'm here going to make a cool card for you guys. I'm just taking a piece of white cardstock that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. It's the extra thick kind, and I'm just cutting it in half so I can make two cards with it, two A2 cards, 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. But I'm actually only going to use this as the front of the card, so I'm just going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'll still have another half that I can use for something else. And this will make it so that it is a nice front to my card. And I've already got a piece of this that I'm going to use as the base. So this is cut at 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and then I'm folding it so it will be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, just the standard A2 size. And I like to fold it against this hard edge because then I know that it's straight. And I will use my whatever you call it, and bone folder and straighten this out, but my tripod's in the way, so this was just handy. So I'm just using this, and then this will fit nicely over to make it, whoops, a nice card base. So here we go. And just so you know, I did this once before and failed miserably with my embossing. It looks horrible. So this was an idea that I saw on Pinterest, and I was going to film, actually I did film the mess up, but I'm not going to post it because it was 15 minutes worth of nothing, and I don't want you guys to feel like you have to watch nothing. But I do want you to know that everyone makes mistakes, and I don't know that anyone claims to be really a professional at this, because everyone still makes mistakes. But I know some people are way better than I am, but I know I've been doing it for a long time too, and just so you know, mistakes happen, and this is proof. And I'm just doing this again so that we can go for it. So my card base is ready, and I'm just sticking that up there. I don't need it. And I'm going to first take out my Distress ink from Tim Holtz, and I'm going to use my stencil. It's a feather stencil, and it is Detail Feathers is the name of it. It looks like it's from Jenny Bolin, and it was $4.99 at Hobby Lobby. And there are 4 different feather stickers, and I'm using the one that's not in pink because this is the one that I didn't cover with Post-it note, and I'm actually kind of glad I didn't even clean it yet. And I also had this little bit of washi tape that I used to put it down, and I'm going to do the same thing. I just take a little piece of washi and put it onto the card, and another little piece of washi down here at the bottom. And I normally wouldn't use my cute washi, but it's just what I had handy. And if any of you guys saw my splurge videos lately, my hauls, I purchased this washi, this little ant washi, from a Cherry on Top. And then I got this at Hobby Lobby, and this came from a Cherry on Top, I believe. But the little sponges, these came from Simon Says Stamp, I believe, and I got a haul from those that I also think I posted. I have just been splurging a little bit, but not too much. I try to do it at different times so I don't spend all of my money at one place or at one time. I like to kind of make myself wait a little bit and make sure it's something that I'd really like to have, because otherwise I just become a hoarder, and I've kind of done that in the past as well. So this is by Ranger, and it's mini ink blending foam, and it's made to go with these little things. And I don't know if you guys have seen these before, but they are also by Ranger, and they come in a set of 2, and you get 4 of those little pads with it. Well, I thought that I would use them with my Distress inks, and when I put them in here to use one for each color, I realized that they fit perfectly in the bottom of these little Distressed mini inks. So right now I only have 4 of the inks. I'm getting 8 more, so I'll have 12 that will fit in my 10. I ordered them from a Cherry on Top, but not all of them came, so I'm just waiting on those to arrive. But I thought that I would go ahead and stamp this from the darkest color to the lightest color, and I will start out with this shaded lilac, and I'm just putting this little foamy thing on the bottom, and I just take this and push it down pretty good, and then I push it down on my feather, and I put this wherever you want the ink to show, and I'm kind of pushing a little bit hard, maybe harder than I would if it wasn't a stencil. Actually, very definitely harder than I would if it wasn't a stencil. I'm just trying to get the little details of the feather. It has these little feathery wisps on each side of the feather stem thing. I don't know what it's called, shaft. So I am just trying to get those in there really good, so I'm just pound, 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 pound. And when that color's done and I want to use the next, I can just peel off this little thing and put it in the back, which I think is just a fabulous idea. I don't know if I made this up or if other people have done it, but I hadn't seen it yet, and I thought it was pretty cool. So it worked out perfectly. Thank you very much, Tim Holtz and Ranger. And this one is Evergreen Bow, and I'm going to do the same thing with this. And I'm putting it on a little bit crooked on here because to me, it's easier to get off when it's crooked, and I don't like to get the ink on my fingers. It just feels weird to me. So I'm just kind of weird. And I think my husband is out there starting his car again. I think we've done this before and he's been out there. So his truck, he's playing with it. And I think he's going to give me an oil change too. So this is what we do on a Friday night, you know. That's how cool we are. And I haven't even planned my planner out yet, and I need to do that because tomorrow morning is when I film my Plan With Me video. And I haven't even picked out my theme yet. Ooh, but I think I just thought of something. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Okay. So now I'm going to do the pink. Hopefully I'll remember by the time I'm done with here. Because I like to get everything ready on Friday night so that when I do my Plan With Me, I have at least my theme picked out and I can go from there. This pink is called Spun Sugar, and I really like that color pink. It's just a pretty pastel pink. You can use it for just about anything. And this one is called Scattered Straw. And I can't wait to get some of the other yellows. I have just never had a yellow ink that I liked, and these are just so colorful. I'm even actually kind of going down on a little bit with the yellow just because, I don't know, I've just never had a yellow that I liked like this. And I'm hoping that the other yellows are even better, like sunshiny yellow. I don't even remember the names of the other ones. Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to pull the stencil off. And to do this, I just put my washi back up here because, let's face it, guys, we can reuse this washi. We can reuse the Post-its. It's not a big deal. I just need to clean my stencil, and then it will be ready to go. So I'm just laying that up here. But here is, ooh, that's cool. Here's the feather, and I just think it looks so cool. And I've even decided that I'm going to use some of my Stella on it, but first I'm going to emboss on it. And this is where the fun begins because this is where I screwed up before, but I think I'm going to use the small end of this embossing pin, and I think that that will work better. So I'm going to write Mike and Jeanette on here, which is my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law. Whoops, and I almost forgot my little powdery thing. I need to do that. My sister, it's my husband's brother and his wife, so my brother and sister-in-law. And I just thought that it would be nice to give them a card. And this thing is just full of powder. I don't even know what it's called. It's by EK Tools, and I think I got this in my Stampin' Up haul, or my Simon Says Stamp haul. And it just helps keep all of the embossing powder where it's supposed to be and not where it's not supposed to be. Whoops, that's the big end. I don't want the big end. The big end makes a huge mess. So I'm going to write on here Mike and Jeanette. And I'm going to take my handy dandy little embossing bucket thing, which I do not remember where I got it. Still kind of doing the same thing, and I don't know if it's because I'm not letting it dry enough, but I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper and I'm going to push it down a little bit. Maybe that will help. Oh no, I hope it does. Please do, because I really want this card to turn out. It looks so cute in my head, and what I saw on Pinterest was really cute. It's not exactly like this, but well, that's probably not going to help it stick, is it? You pounded on it so hard, but I want to get this powder off where it's not supposed to be. Yeah, it just kind of screwed up. Dag nabbit. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Let's try this one more time. I'm going to start over again, and this is what I did the last time. And I'm going to write Mike, and then I'm going to emboss, and then I'm going to write and Jeanette. Or maybe I'll do and Mike. And I'm trying not to talk because I'm concentrating on getting this in the same spot that I wrote it the first time. And here we go, Mike and oh. And there's still these little pieces of embossing powder all around. That's the problem with black embossing powder. Well, one of the problems with black. I like it though. I'm not gonna complain too much. I'm just frustrated, so I'm taking it out on the embossing powder. It's not its fault, is it? Okay, I think that looks all right. And now I'm gonna go with the Jeanette again, trying to be very careful to put it in the same spot that I had it before, yet going fast so that I can actually have it still wet when I go to put the embossing powder on it. Oh, I've used this whole thing of embossing powder. Oh, please. Okay, that actually looks halfway decent. I'm going to put this embossing powder in here before I spill this everywhere. And then I will clean up the card a little bit. And then I will heat it up. And we shall see what we get. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that it looks all right. And it's worthy of giving. You guys know how that is, I'm sure. When you like to do this, people kind of expect something kind of cute. And I just totally got embossing powder everywhere, so that was nice. Today is just not my embossing day. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but there is embossing powder all over the place. I need my little brush. And I'm never gonna get this in the thing, but that's okay. Just as long as I get it off the card where I don't want it. I'm sorry guys, I'm not talking much because I'm like literally holding my tongue in place so that this thing will work. Okay, I am going to emboss this up and see how this looks, but first I'm going to put the lid on here. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I've made a mess, but I'm just going to pretend like that never happened. And I'm heating up my little heater. I'll let that heat up for about 5 or 10 seconds. It's nicer to do it that way. And then I put it straight on and it heats up pretty well. And this just is not looking that great. Dag nabbit. Okay, it's just not looking that great. Although I think that you can read it. And I think I might just leave it, even though it's not my favorite. I know that it looks better than this. So this looks like a total mess. And I'm just tossing this in my box of a trash can because I still have my box up here from a cherry on top. Okay, let's get rid of this embossing powder. And oh, my husband's listening to his favorite song. It's Bigger Than My Body. I think it's John Mayer. Okay, I think that I'm just going to call that good and just go with it because you know what? Life happens. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my Wink of Stella and I'm going to put that on the feather. And I think I've mentioned before that I have some Cherokee in me. Well, my sister-in-law, Jeanette, she does too. She actually even lived on a reservation for a while, which is way more than I've ever done. I mean, there's no way. I don't even know how much I have. I think I'm about a fourth Cherokee Indian, and I don't know how much she is, but she really is faithful to her Indian heritage. And I think that this card would be cool for that. Not that it couldn't be something else. I hate to stereotype feathers as Indians, but I mean, I have Indian in me, and that's what I think of. I love the whole Indian, you know, the decor and stuff. Maybe not all of that. I don't know. I like the ideas of living off the land and only killing things when you need them. So that's pretty cool to me. Yeah, I really wish it would have done better. I might take just a marker and do that. But this Wink of Stella is so pretty. I just love it. Hopefully you guys can see the glitter and glitz in there. But it is so pretty. And I think I'm going to take a, let's see, how sharp is my Sharpie? Oh, I love this song. And I love it mostly because it reminds me of my baby. Because he loves it so much. I don't know if that's doing anything. I might do a different one. Mike and Jeanette. He has a new, oh goodness, subwoofer or something? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but my husband loves cars, and he loves all thing cars, and he loves the radio, and he's country. He's from Tennessee, and he says radio, and I just think it's really cute. I always make him say it again. I'm like, what? And he says radio, and I smile. Okay, I think that might look a little bit better. Mike and Jeanette. Yeah, I think that looks all right. Okay, so now I'm going to put these sequins here that have been waiting here patiently. I went ahead and took them out of the bag because this is how they come. And I was going to put them in Ziploc bags, but what I did instead, because I just have been too lazy to go get Ziploc bags, so I just clipped the corner and then I put a piece of tape over the corner, and then I can peel the tape up as long as I leave a little notch so that I can peel it up. So I could peel the tape up and just take out a few. So that's what I did, but I went ahead and did that off the air and got ready because I didn't want to have to mess with that with you guys, and I just wanted to have a few of them out here. So I'm going to take my little glue, if I can find it. I thought I had it out. Well, I don't see it, but I'm going to use this school glue, I think. This was my daughter's, and it's just Rose Art brand. I have Elmer's glue, but it doesn't seem to work very well for me. I can't get the thing to squeeze out. And this one, if you just pop it open like this, I say it now, I can't do it. If you just pop it open like that, it seems to come out pretty easily. And, you know, sometimes you have to pick off that little hard part on the top. But, just like you do with any glue, I'm not worried about that. But it is kind of good glue. The only thing I don't like about it is it sometimes spreads further than I'd like it to. But that's okay. You know what? Life goes on. Now, I need something to pick up these little... Actually, I think I'm just going to use my finger. So I'm just going to, let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, I have an odd number, so I'm just going to randomly put like 9 little things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I didn't go very far. And 9. And whoo! It was about to have a big blop, and I got it. Now, let's see how we can stick these bad boys. 1, 2. I think I'm going to stick them with the thing up if I can. 3. I don't know if that one has enough on it. I think I'll get some of this glue. And I think I put this one the wrong way, so let me try to fix him. And I'll do him over here. And maybe I'll do another aqua, teal, bluish, whatever color that is, over here. And all of these are turned upside down, so I need to, and I think I got too little bit of glue, so I'm just gonna try to put a little bit of glue on the backs. Ooh wee, I sure got some of that black embossing powder on my fingernails, on my thumb. It looks nasty. Oh, I think I had some of these sticking together. I had more than I thought I had. There's 2 more. Well, get down there. Get down, thing. Go ahead, get down. Little sparkle thing. You little sparkle thing. Oh, that was a big glop. That's what I'm talking about with this glue. It kind of does that sometimes. But it dries clear, so I guess I got that going for me, which is nice. Okay, so that's kind of cute. And I always want to screw it back down just like you do with the Elmer's glue, and this one doesn't screw. And so I'm screwing and screwing and screwing, and it doesn't do anything, so. Okay, well that looks kind of cute. I'm kind of liking this better now. Yeah, I definitely like this ink a lot better than when it wasn't inked. So, that's gonna bug me having all this stuff everywhere, just little bits of black, bleh, bleh, bleh. And I think I need something else on here. Maybe some of this splashy, glimmery stuff by Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. Add a fine glimmer to your crafting projects. Shake well before each use. And it is just a little glimmery bit of glimmer. It's a glimmery bit of glimmer. And I like to do it when I'm holding it up. And it does kind of make it a little wet, and that probably just defeated the purpose of the Wink of Stella. But you know, what can you do? So I'm just going to take my little heat gun and heat this up a little bit to help dry it. Okay, I just heard my husband close the door, so I bet you that's his sign for he's done for the night. And I think that means he probably wants to settle down and watch TV, and we like to do that together. So I will probably hurry up with this so I can go down there and join him. So the Wink of Stella does make a little bit of a difference, even though it's not exactly, whoops, it didn't exactly help with the glam of glitter or whatever, but it's still alright. Then I'll take my card base, and I'm thinking of just putting this down on here like that. So I'm going to just take my ATG gun, and I like to go around all the edges This is just my preference. And then a little bit in the middle. That's just what I do. And there we go. Oh, whoops. I was like, ooh, that's sticky, but that's why that's sticky. Because the little guy tried to come off. I don't want you, little guy. You need to stay in there. You need to stay in. That's where your mama needs you. Okay, so that's cute. That's a nice card. And what do you say we make an envelope really quick? The A2 envelope needs to be, I think it's 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. But I will say that makes it a little bit big. Let's see, A2, where are you? 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. So I'm going to go, I don't know, what color should I use? I guess I could use blue, green, pink, or yellow. Oh, it looks like I have a bit of yellow, so I might use a yellow color. Oh, whoops. Okay, so I'm going to do, I think I might do, well, I'll just still do 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. I don't know. And I'm trying to hurry, so I don't really know if I have time to play with it, but let's do 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. And then I've only made one envelope with this, which I also got from a cherry top. And then it says, I tell you, I've been splurging and I want to use all my new toys. So 3 3/4. 3 3/4, is that what it says? Just double checking, yes. I have my glasses on, but sometimes. And I really like how this is marked. So it says to do this. And then to take the little, and I should have gotten this out first, the little score thing. And score it. And then turn it. And line up the score line with this little arrow that points down. And do the same thing. Punch it. And score it. And line it up. Couldn't be easier. Punch it. And score it. And line it up. And punch it. And what am I going to do next? You got it. I'm going to score it. And then you could leave it like this and have pointy little points on your envelope, which is perfectly fine. Or if you'd like, you can enter into this little guy and make rounded edges on your little envelope. So whichever you'd prefer, whatever you like best. Or you could just punch a couple of them and not punch the other ones. It doesn't matter. It's your card. I wonder if I should crop this one. No, I'm not going to. I've already done what I'm going to do to this card. And I'm done did it. Okay. Oops, I forgot to put this away. Do not want to do that. Would lose it and would hate myself. Although I'd have another score, but I still, who wants to do that? So let's see. I'm going to fold this bad boy. I think it goes like this. And then this one will fold down on top of it. And I'll have a little card. And this will fit inside. But I think this is what I'm talking about. See, it kind of is a little bit tight on the sides, but on the top it's got a little bit of room. But I don't know. I'm not going to complain much, I suppose. I'm just going to have to make it loose on the sides. Maybe I did it wrong. I don't know. This is just the second time I've done it, so Lord knows I could have been wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and take my ATG, which has permanent tape in it, and I'm going to run it along the edge of the bottom of the envelope that I'm going to fold up on the sides. So I'll put the sides down. Oh, and I didn't want to get it on the very tip because the tip doesn't touch. And I'm going to be a little bit loose on my size so that I can fit that thicker envelope in, or thicker card in there. So I'm kind of loose, hoping that that works. Okay, let's make sure this still fits. Yes, it's tight, but it fits. And then the top, and I will put, I will address the envelope, and I'll try to do that kind of cool, but I won't show that to you guys because I don't want their address to be on here, or mine, but I will make it kind of neat, and that is it. And then when they get the card, they can barely pull it out, and say, oh, look how cute, I bet Tammy made this. So there we go. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoy. Hope you try it. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up and say something nice in the comments, and I will try to reply. I think I reply to almost everyone. So I would love to get to know you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.